Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the second part in this video is going to be the second part in our series on how to draft the perfect basic bodice for plus size women, and this is going to be a tutorial on the back basic block, which is pretty simple. So first off, materials I'm going to be needing are my paper tape, ruler, my French curve, my writing material, as well as the plus size client's measurement. So let's get right on to business. So measurements I'm going to be needing are again the shoulder width measurements, the bust circumference measurements, the under bust circumference measurement, the waist circumference, hip circumference, the shoulder to the bust point, shoulder to the waist, and then shoulder to the waist measurement for the back, and then the blouse length measurement. So first off, to understand this video very well, you have to watch the first part of the tutorial, which is the front basic bodice block. So follow the link in the description box to watch the video so you can understand this better. So first off, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to mark my shoulder width measurement. So shoulder width is, the client's shoulder width is 16 inches. 16 divided by 2 is 8 inches. So from the top right corner of my pattern paper, I'll mark the 8 inches. So mark 8 inches, and then just move down a bit and mark the same 8 inches, just so that I'm sure I have an accurate straight line. So the next step is to calculate my arm side depth. To get my arm side depth, I mentioned this in the part 1 of this series. You divide your bust circumference measurement by 6 and then add 1 inch to that. So the client's bust circumference is 48 inches, divided by 6 is 8 inches, plus 1 is 9 inches. So my side depth, arm side depth would be 9 inches. So 9 inches, just for accuracy, mark 9 inches here again, and then I'll just create my armhole box. This is clear. Create my armhole box, and then same thing here. Create my armhole box here. So as you can see, I have created this is my armhole box. So the next step is to create my neckline box. So to create my neckline box, I'll mark the standard neckline measurement for plus size women for the back is 3 inches by 1 inch. So I mean 3 inches width, 1 inch depth. So from the top right corner, I'll measure 3 inches at the top, and then come down and measure 1 inch at the bottom. And so I'll just create the armhole box here. Sorry, the neckline box. Yeah. So I have my neckline box. I hope this is clear. So the next step would be to create the armhole box. After creating the armhole box, I'll just create my curve with the French curve, just connecting these two edges together to create my curve. So can you see that? The next step now will be to impute my darts. The client's bust span is 9 inches, as I mentioned earlier. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 inches. So from the center point, I'll mark out 4.5 inches. Sorry, from the center back, I'll just mark my 4.5 inches all the way. And then the next step will be to mark out my vertical measurement. So from the top of the paper, I'll mark out my vertical measurements, which is my shoulder to my nipple point, which is 12 inches, shoulder to the under bust is 17.5 inches, her shoulder to the waist at the back is 20 inches, and then the blouse length is 31 inches. But I have to take into cognizance the fact that the back width is her back shoulder to waist width is shorter than the front shoulder to waist length. Back shoulder to waist length is shorter than the front shoulder to waist length. The back shoulder to waist measurement is 20 inches, while the front shoulder to waist measurement is 22 inches, which is a difference of 2 inches, which if you watched my previous video, you'd have seen that I created a side dart of 2 inches to take that difference into cognizance. So my back the blouse length measurement for the back would be 29 inches, which is 31 minus 2 inches. I hope that is really clear. So I'll now draw out all my horizontal lines. So this is my blouse length line, as you can see. This is my waistline, my under bust line, and then my bust point line. I hope this is clear. This is my bust point line. So as you can see, so I would also draw the center leg of my dart. Can you see what I have here? So the dart's width is 1.5 inches, which is divided by 2 is 0.75 inches. So I'll measure 0.75 inches on both sides of the center dart leg. Can you see that? And then I would connect it to the top. Connect that to the top. Trying to, because the tip of my marker is fat, I'm trying to just create a reasonable line. So this is what we have for my dart at the back. The next step now is to impute my circumference measurement. So bust circumference is 48 inches, divided by 4 is 12 inches. So on the bust point line, I'll mark my 12 inches. I hope this is clear. On the under bust line, my under bust circumference is 42, divided by 4 is 10.5. So I have to take into cognizance this dart. So I'll start from my center back, measure to the first leg, which is 4 1/4, continue measuring the 4 1/4 at the third leg, and then mark my 10.5 inches. Can you see that? So my waist measurement is 50 inches. Waist circumference is 50 inches, divided by 4 is 12.5. So I have to take into cognizance this dart. So I'll measure to the first leg of the dart, which is 4 1/8 inches, and continue measuring that 4 1/8 inches after the third leg of the dart, and then I'll mark my 12.5 inches. Can you see that? So I hope you can see this. My hip measurement is 56 inches, divided by 4 is 14 inches. So I'll measure to the first leg of the dart, that's 3 3/4 inches, continue at the third leg of the dart, and then mark my 14 inches. So I was trying to angle my camera properly. So I was trying to mark out my side, my circumference measurements, and I said along the blouse length line, I'll measure my hip measurements, taking into cognizance the dart width. Then I'll move up to my waistline, measure the same thing. Her waist is 50 inches. 50 divided by 4 is 12.5. So from the center back, I'll measure to the first leg of the dart, and then continue measuring at the third leg of the dart, and then I'll measure my 12.5 inches, as you can see here. And then my under bust is, her under bust measurement is 42 inches, divided by 4 is 10.5 inches. So from the center back, I measure to the first leg of the dart, which is 4 1/4. Continue measuring the 4 1/4 after, at the third leg of the dart, and then I'll mark out my 10.5 inches. Can you see that? So the bust measurement, I just measured the bust circumference directly, which is 12.5 inches. This is my 12, bust circumference is 48, so that's 12 inches. Okay, so can you see what I have here? So now I'm going to be doing something really important here, which is very, very important. So as you can see, this is where my under bust measurement is supposed to be. This is where the 10.5 inches is supposed to be. So I've connected my hip circumference to my waist circumference with this line, and then can you see, if I try to bend it, this is going to be really sharp. Do you understand? So I'll just place my curve in such a way that it's comfortable. You can see that, and then just measure out that line, and then connect it to the bust measurement. Do you understand? So can you see this? So can you see there's a disparity, there's a difference here of about 2/4 of an inch. Can you see there's a difference of 2/4 of an inch here? So I have to, through the dart, I have to impute that difference here and through the dart for the back. I really hope you understand this, because this is really important. This is a plus size client, so you have to you literally have to create a pattern for them based on their own body shape. So the disparity here is 3/4 of an inch divided by 2. That will be 3/8 inches, because I'm dividing by 2 because I'm going to share that disparity to both sides of my dart. So I measure 3/8 inches here, and then 3/8 inches on this side too. I hope that is clear. And then I'll redraw my dart legs. Can you see that? And then connect it to the bottom. I hope this is clear. Can you see that? I hope this is really clear. So now I have new dart legs at the under bust line. So the next step will be to create my shoulder slant and then draw out my arm side. So create my shoulder slant. Shoulder slant for example is 3/4 of an inch. Connect that to the edge of your neckline with a diagonal line. Can you see that? And then just create my armhole, arm side. So again, I have to just keep moving my French curve till I get a reasonable curve, and then I can just smoothen it out with my hand. So the next step is to impute side seam allowance. And then just read through. So I hope this is clear. So that's basically all. So this is my darts, and then just because we know that the